Destination Wedding originally in there, but it didn't seem to fit.
The ghost can't travel.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it was originally like a drunken scribble in a notebook that I sort of evolved into a short film screenplay that I never ended up producing. And then eventually I was sitting on that idea for a long time, and I was like, I really like the world of this, but I wanted to expand it. And I started adding all these supernatural elements, and pretty soon it was just like spun out of control. It became this big, weird thing that you just saw.
Well, is this the type of movie that you, as a filmmaker, are kind of drawn to? Like, this like I mean, obviously you would go see this, but I mean, when you were setting out to make your first feature, did you know it was going to be something weird like this?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I've always been kind of I mean, when I write stuff, it never ends up being like something that's really like fits a formula that you're kind of familiar with. You know, the fun thing for me is to find those formulas that you can recognize and then sort of subvert them in an interesting way. And horror is such a great one to do that with because you can recognize all of these sort of conventions, you know.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this cast that you've assembled. You have these two amazing actresses in the film, and talk to me about how you got them involved in the project.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was there was a pretty extensive casting process to find out who was going to be these who were going to be these two leads, and I was fortunate enough to see Ray audition. She actually auditioned for Astrid, in fact, and I thought it was a really great read.
You beat me out.
Yeah. Sorry guys, don't fight. Not now. And then Zassi was presented to me through a New York casting agent that A24 kind of hooked us up with, and I knew that she was kind of beginning this journey with Atlanta, and I found everything I could online to see what she had done before.
Because season 1 hadn't premiered yet.
Right.
Season 1 premiered while we were shooting.
Yeah.
So we were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. It was like this big moment in her career, and I had her like quarantined in a hotel in
Joliet. Yeah.
Joliet is not nowhere. There's 2 Chipotles there. Here's our special guest, Chance the Rapper.
Hey! I was trying to see the end.
Did you like it?
It was a cool ending.
Yeah.
Was it satisfying?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Did you see the commercial part?
Oh yeah, no, it was great. We did great in the commercial.
Hey everybody. So we were just talking about how Zazie, like you got involved. I mean, I imagine at this point in your career, you're looking at a bunch of different projects. What made you? I always find it interesting, like when you take a chance on somebody who's like a first-time director. Like, what made you, take a chance on Austin?
I think there were multiple elements to it. I just thought the script was so fun and like funky, and I love things that just commit to what they are. And I also, I don't know, I liked, I like working with people who are also sort of like their first time doing something like this. I feel like there's always a really good, really passionate energy. People want to be there. And everybody is in it trying to make the best thing that they can do. And I just always feel like it's such like an electric, creative energy to be around. And I was excited to do that. It was also a great group of people that were attached to this. Like, I think you were already attached, and Hannibal for his 8 seconds on camera.
But it was a
powerful 8 seconds. I mean,
8 seconds.
He was up to like 4 a.m. that day, was like falling asleep. It was a great day. And
but there was that like vibe on set.
Yeah.
Like, we were all making this thing that, I feel like almost being removed from a major city.
Yeah.
Everyone was so willing to chip in. I remember like one day we were driving to set and there was like a cool car like in someone's driveway, and they just stopped the production van, got out and like knocked on the door and was like, "Can we have your car for our movie?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then it's in the movie.
Yeah. We have more cars, please take them. I'm interested, Paul. What drew you to the piece, actually?
To me, I feel like I've always read these things, like, especially independent film. Like whenever you read it, you're gonna be, it's like, oh, it's a bunch of people going to a summer house and they don't like each other, or and there was something about like independent film where it never is something like this, which is so kind of unique and different. And I feel like, it's hard to describe this movie. I tried to describe it to somebody like when I first got it. And they're, well, wait, what? And what? And I like that element of it. Like, no, this is a world where ghosts exist, but that's not really part of the whole thing. And then there's also a werewolf, but that's also not like the mystery of the murders. That's kind of the real thing. And the witches. Wait, they're witches? Like, you know, like that element.
But also it's the politics.
Yeah. But Ray, talk to me about, so you auditioned for Astrid, and now, and
I sent in a tape. I was in LA, and I sent in a tape for Astrid, and I read the script, and it was, you know, we all read a lot of scripts, and it was unlike anything I'd ever read. Most of them fit a certain formula, they're a specific genre, and this was totally different. So I sent in a tape for Astrid, and then like 4 months later, I got a call offering me Sadie. It was a Friday. We started shooting on Monday. It was amazing. But yeah.
I'm glad that we all got our calls right before it started, which is good.
I wanted you guys to come in with, you know, that wide-eyed energy.
Well, it's so
You
funny.
don't know what's gonna happen.
It's funny because I think the day I was leaving to go shoot, you may have been at the MTV Music Awards.
I was, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with you guys together.
Yeah.
And so which brings me to this, like the collaboration, like it's interesting, I feel like, you know, Austin directed Chance's videos and now you get a chance to be in Chance's movie. It's like a really, talk to me about your relationship and how you came together.
Yeah, Austin is one of my best friends. Probably in my top, at least my top 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If not top 5. But
Like, definitely not past top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's definitely
somewhere between
I'd be in the
8 and
top of
7.
the MySpace.
But we worked on quite a few videos, on the Juice video, on the Angels video, on stuff going back to 10 Day. But he's always been one of my biggest supporters. A great creative vision and light, and all of my shit that I present out to people. I can say shit because this is a
Yes,
R-rated
yes.
private premiere.
You can say fuck.
I don't know about that. But, no, but yeah, I as long as I've known Austin, I feel like he's been working on, you know, his craft as an adult. Because when we all met, we were all kids, and we both, I feel like, took our craft seriously and took each other seriously, and it always showed in our projects. And I was just super excited to see this thing happen and be like a thing you can watch.
And you were the first person attached, right? I mean, like, this was, yeah.
Yeah,
the second after Austin.
Yeah.
yeah, and that was like an interesting way to like make a movie happen, was to like have a person who has this like draw to them make a piece of concept art and say, hey, check out this movie when you don't have a movie. And all of a sudden people are like, that sounds good.
Wait, so you didn't even have the script when that original poster of Chance and the moped, there was no script at that
I had the
point?
script. I had the script, and we were like funded at a certain point when we put out the poster. So we were gonna make this like scroungy super indie thing, which it still is. But like,
Yeah, this was only what, like $85 million, right?
yeah, it was 86 maybe.
Yeah, okay,
You can see it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, we had the script and everything, but it was crazy because it was this movie that didn't exist, and when you put out a poster with Chance the Rapper on it that says Slice and this is about a pizza horror, like we turned up in the New York Times like 2 days later, and it was like, oh no.